Hello, amazing, beautiful beings. This is Milena. How are you doing? Happy New Year. How does it feel to have stepped into the age of Aquarius? If you're watching this video, you probably have heard of this and at least have some sort of a vague idea of what this is. And what I wanted to talk about is 7 steps, and they might end up being a little bit more or less, but 7 is one of my favorite numbers that can make this year wonderful, easy, and smooth for us. Now, the first step and the first thing to keep in mind is to take things easy. Yes, things are starting to move again, but they're moving a little bit slowly. And that means that we can ease ourselves into it. We don't need to go 0 to 100 in 3 seconds. Really allow yourself for the next week or the next 10 days to take things slowly. It's okay if you're not doing much and easing yourself from the energies of everything that we went through just now and not really going full throttle. Now, the second thing for us to understand is that this is truly a clean slate, much more so than it ever has been before. Yes, we generally have the idea that, it's a new year, it's a new slate, but from an energetic standpoint, all our traumas, the ways of being, our interactions with others, our surroundings, our circumstances, all of the old ways are really ready to leave or have already left. What is keeping them here is the neural connections in our brains that still think and tell them that they need to be here or expect that they need to be here. But we don't have to do that. We can let them go. Truly, the person, maybe your husband, who was sitting next to you last year, is not the same person now, or they have the potential to be something much better and amazing. Your circumstances, everything. If, however, we are ready and prepared to see them that way. If we're keeping the old idea, if we're keeping the old expectations of how things and people and situations should be, we'll be creating very much the experience of it. But from an energetic standpoint, we have the ability and the potential to drop all the old stuff and leave it behind us. Now, step 3. Know that everything at the end of the day is truly okay. Yes, I know. Things are going to seem very crazy on the outside. People might be going crazy. Groups might be going crazy. Definitely the news always seems crazy, but that's kind of how they're designed to be. Know that at the end of the day, everything is how it should be, and it's truly okay. A lot of the experience of hardship, of struggle, of sadness is because of our resistance to how things are and our labeling of them. But that experience of hardship doesn't come because of how things are. It comes because of our interpretation of events. And our interpretation very often has been, up until now, very negative and tending to label things. This is good, this is bad, this is terrible, this is scary, this is this and this is that. We can just not waste our time with labeling anything. Things are, interesting. You don't need to attach yourself to it. You don't need to control it. You don't need to judge it as what it is. Just allow it to flow through and know that at the end of the day, everything truly is okay and always has been. Now, saying that, many of us can say, well, yeah, but I'm experiencing certain emotions and I'm sad that a 20-year-long relationship is coming to an end and all. Okay. Allow those feelings to flow through you as well. If you are a river and your emotions are a boat on that river, let it flow through. Acknowledge it, see it, think it, but don't try to stop it. Because the flow, the current is going to take it away. Be present with it, allow it to flow through you, but don't try to attach to it and hold it in its place, because that's what creates the feeling of hardship. The next step, 3 things can be super, super helpful if you do them on a daily basis. Connect with 3 very, very important entities. The first one and most important one, yourself. Every single day, find the time to connect to yourself, to tune into yourself. And that means to shut out all other noises. Just really listen to yourself. Have the intent to tune in, to connect to yourself. If you don't have a daily meditation practice, what are you waiting for, guys? It's one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. Come on. Don't complain to anybody that you're struggling with anything if you're not dedicating a few minutes a day to connect to yourself. You are your most powerful source of wisdom, inspiration, information, soothing, everything. And if you're not connecting to you, you are definitely missing out. So don't connect with yourself. Step number 2, connect to Gaia, the planet, nature, all living things, everything that you are a part of. It sounds like a simple, silly thing, but oh my God, it brings you so much nourishment in a subconscious state, or even conscious for many of us, of connectedness, of care, of nurturing, of completely safe and taken care of and not needing and lacking anything. Wouldn't you want that to be your permanent state of being? The third entity that you might want to connect with is others. There aren't really others necessarily, but yes, we are having that experience of others. Connect to someone, smile at them, talk to them, crack a joke. It could be just a few minutes, but have the intent to connect to another person in one way or another. Send them an email, call them, whatever it is. But again, that creates a very nurturing feeling of connectedness that all of us need, especially at this time. The next step is play, play, play. Stop taking yourself, your life, the world, and the game that we're playing so seriously. It was never intended to be that way. Yes, we wanted to really get into the game and have the intensities, experience the intensities. But if it becomes too much, we always have the right to remind ourselves that this is a game that we have designed, and it's just that, it's a game. Because when we see our lives as a game, what do? We start enjoying it a lot more, and we get much, much better at it. And the last step, which is probably the most important, although I don't really want to rank them in terms of importance, is keep your vibration high. What does that mean? Well, be careful what you ingest. Don't ingest news, don't ingest toxins in any way, or if you do, purify yourself, and that means toxic thoughts, toxic foods, toxic people, toxic situations. Don't go into them. It's much easier to stay in a high vibrational state if you don't do that. I mean, you can, but it will be harder. At any given moment, the reality, the surroundings, the circumstances, and the people around you will reflect your vibrational state, your vibrational level. And sometimes when it's high, it will seem like things are just magically happening and you're thinking, whoa, 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 how is this working out? And then when your vibrational level drops for some reason, it's like, oh my God, this got intense, and how did I get here? Well, pull yourself out of it. Hit the pause button on the external circumstances. Go within. Tweak. If I look at these flowers for just a few minutes, my vibrational level goes high. If I look at someone beautiful, if I laugh with my kid for a few minutes, boom, 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 it immediately goes higher. What are those things for you? Do them. Because instead of trying to argue with your reality or circumstances or whoever you're interacting with and trying to tell them that they should be acting differently, you put yourself in that state and then see how the reality is reflecting that to you. If you follow these steps, you're going to have a very, very smooth and wonderful ride in this new year. And when something triggers you, look at those steps and see, which one is it that I can apply right now at this moment to allow myself to move into my natural flow of things? Where am I resisting? What am I not letting go of? And then allow yourself again to get into your own natural, beautiful flow. I am going to pull an oracle card for us as a focus for this year as well, and if you'd like to receive that, you can subscribe to my newsletter at askmilena.com. If you need some help and assistance applying these tools into your own life and transforming it for the better, book a session at askmilena.com. Of course, if you're not subscribed already to the channel, click on the bell, do so below, and you'll get notified of all future videos. You are loved, you're supported, you're never alone, and that has always been the case. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye, guys.